How's it guys? Welcome back to the coffee shop. My name's Dylan and this week I've been preparing for Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
久しいなフクロウのせがれよ。
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is the brand new title from Dark Souls developer From Software. Done in the traditional Dark Souls style of being incredibly difficult, deep in lore, and having a core mentality based around seething YouTuber rage which powers the generators over at From Software. This amazing game is promising to be the same Soulsborne features we've come to expect, mixed in with a bunch of brand new features shaping up to add new life to what can only be described as a unique addition to the Soulsborne, make that Sekiro Soulsborne games. The addition of stealth is a gift from the difficulty gods, giving us all an opportunity to hide our trash skills from the public. Hide our skills? Get it? Puns. Brilliant, isn't it? Inspiringly beautiful visuals from the developers we'd least expect to wow us like this, with not only the impeccable design and detail we're used to, but also an environment so beautiful in a literal sense, and so different from what we're used to, that it has me looking at screenshots of this game like their artworks, simply because they are. Can you tell I'm hyped? Because if you can't, I'm telling you, I'm hyped for this game. No doubt in my mind, it will be amazing. Now, I know I've been comparing this to Dark Souls, but it may come as a surprise to you that the devs have said that this game is in fact an entirely different thing to Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and that while it shares some similarities in gameplay, they want to establish Sekiro as its own game with its own unique identity. It's actually not an RPG, but an action-adventure game. You play the same character and make use of the same, or at least similar weapons in every playthrough. Now the positives of this are that it allows the developers to make boss fights incredibly tight without having to factor in many classes or weapon distinctions, meaning every single boss fight is going to feel a lot more unique and a lot more intense. Another aspect of Souls games which won't be making an appearance in Sekiro is online PvP, world invasions and co-op. The reason for this is that the idea behind Sekiro is to create an incredible solo experience. Picture a Souls-esque Legend of Zelda, mixed with Naruto, and you're on the right track. Tell me that doesn't sound like a blend you'd enjoy. Go on, do it. And if you just said you wouldn't enjoy that, you're lying to yourself. And you know it. The story also looks like it may be more direct than is usual from Software, further differentiating Sekiro from the previous game. Anyone who's played a previous Dark Souls game or even Bloodborne will know that playing the game and really understanding the story are two very different things. Sekiro may carry on this tradition, but I personally don't think so. All the trailers seem to be pointing us towards a more direct story, told in more traditional ways, without players having to dive deep into item descriptions and YouTube videos to grasp a vague understanding of what's actually going on. The combat is as fast-paced as Bloodborne, mixed in with a more ponderous side, similar to Dark Souls. There looks to be plenty of parrying and blocking even within the boss fights. The game's combat mechanics can be seen as the sum of Dark Souls and Bloodborne's successes. It's slow and ponderous in some ways, with Bloodborne's fast-paced excitement. The diversity of enemies is interesting and is something I'd like to find out more about. As always, enemy design, dialogue and combat styles will tell us more about the story and the world we find ourselves dying in, repeatedly. Broken controllers are in my future, I can tell. The incorporation of more human enemy types is also a new direction for the studio, and not really what fans are used to, but From Software looks to be handling it as expertly as always. The Japanese mythology and history playing a role in this game will also play a part in making it strut the line between being an epic fantasy adventure and a semi-realistic interpretation of samurai and shinobi culture. The use of an established mythology in new ways gives the creative team a variety of different directions to take the game in. So it seems like we may be in for the next great gaming masterpiece in Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. But what do you guys think? Are you hyped? What about the omission of multiplayer? Was it something you were looking forward to? Please let me know down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. I read through all your comments and I may take some of them as suggestions or inspirations for new videos in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. In fact, when Sekiro Shadows Die Twice does come out, I'm considering doing a Let's Play. Down in the comments let me know your thoughts on that and any ideas you do have. Please leave me a like to help keep me motivated to provide you guys with content. Subscribe if you haven't, because it really helps me grow the channel. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Blake, bro, can you speak Japanese?
Yeah, dude.
Legit, let's hear some.
经常茶